What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here. It is derby day today as Borussia Dortmund take on Borussia Mönchengladbach. We've got pretty much our top team here today, minus Denis Suarez. This is actually our third game in the space of 6 days. We had a game, I believe, last Sunday. Then we had a midweek game on Wednesday. And now we've got a game here on Saturday. So it has been really good, I guess, to use the squad rotation, which has worked very well. And a lot of players getting some game time. Denis Suarez has really been the standout, though, of these few games. And there is a good save by the keeper, being forced out there already by Mario Götze. It's actually Summer that has gone and saved it. I think Summer... I have a funny feeling that Summer had played for someone else and he has transferred, but... Anyway, we've gone with a pretty stock standard lineup today. Timo Werner is up top. Smeltzer is in for Guerrero on the left fullback position. But apart from that, it is, as I said, pretty stock standard. Suarez is on the bench today. He has been very impressive as of late. I think he scored 3 goals in the past 2 games, and he has really been lighting it up from that centre midfield position. Kagawa comes in today off the bench, and I think Castro is playing. But yeah, a few changes, but I'm hoping that it doesn't affect us too much here in this derby, and that there has gone narrowly wide by Mönchengladbach, and we will definitely go and take that. So the last 2 games I was going to do, I was going to do this game as well off camera, and then I thought, you know what, this is a derby, we have to play this game. And the following game is actually another European game, which we did in the last episode against Liverpool. So I'm hoping that we can somehow try and go and pick ourselves up the victory in that one there. Go 2 from 2 in Europe, and try and keep our top of the table run going here in Germany in the league. We have played, this is game number 6, we've played 5, have won 4 and drawn 1, so we've only dropped points in 1 game, but it's looking as though the way Mönchengladbach are playing here today, that we probably are going to be looking at dropping a few more points, because that is the 3rd very good shot they've had, and we aren't even into the 20-minute mark, so you'd have to say it is just a matter of time before the goal does come for Mönchengladbach. It's so weird. When I play off camera, like I was just absolutely smashing. I was winning like 4-0, 4-1 and stuff. And then we come on to here and we just, I don't know, it just seems like I panic and I just try and rush, try and score like 50,000 goals in a game, which, you know, you shouldn't really do. So we just got to go and try and slow it down, play the possession game, because we haven't had a lot of that as of late. And just hold on to the ball, get some passes together, construct some passes, which is what we are doing here, getting Timo Werner in, and that's a good run by Shinji, who almost gets the better of the defender, but not quite, and that is probably, as sad as it sounds, that is probably the best chance of the game that we have had to date so far. So we are going to have to improve on that there. Pulisic has been good as well. He's really stood up as kind of, I don't want to say a senior player in the squad, because he still is only 18 years of age. But has stood up and played with real maturity. So I'm hoping that he can go and do the same. He, again, like most players in this team, have been rested. I think the only player who hasn't played in all 3 of these... the only player who has played in all 3 of these games over this 6-day period has been the goalkeeper, Berkey. And we're going to low drive that one across. Probably not enough power, to be fair, and the angle just wasn't quite there. But we have recovered it quite nicely. And that man, we were just talking about Pulisic, rips one from outside the box, but it has been blocked. And I must say, as the second half of this first half has gone on, so the second quarter of the game technically, Dortmund are starting to get a little bit more into their work and starting to look a little bit better in possession and in attack. Defensively, we've shut down the opportunities that have come our way, which is good, because we were struggling just a tad, and it was looking as though, you know, the way things were going in those opening 20 minutes, that we were going to possibly look at conceding very shortly into this. I was going to say into this first half. That one there has come off the crossbar, so we breathe a little sigh of relief there, and now we head off down the other end on the counter. Pulisic is just quick, he's strong, he's nabbed the ball there, but he doesn't have any support for trying to go. He's laid it out to Götze, who again is going to have a drive, and that's one thing that does annoy me a little bit about this FIFA, is that whenever you get outside the box, it is very, very hard to rip those long shots and get them away, just to try and get that long shot banger. It seems to get blocked quite often, as I said, which is annoying. But as we can see, possession there winning, shots on target, 4 shots, 3 on target, so we're pretty accurate there. But the pass accuracy down the very bottom is what is concerning to me. Mönchengladbach 91%, we're only at 77. So we're going to have to up that in the second half. Try and hold on to a bit more possession as well, because we are just really, to be fair, being passed out of the game at the moment, which, passes like that don't help, to be fair, because that was absolutely atrocious, whoever that was. That pass was 5 metres that needed to be made, and there was no one in front of him at all. And it could, I was going to say, possibly lead to the opening goal of the game. But both goalkeepers, both Berkey and Sommer, both the Swiss internationals have been excellent. I was going to say outstanding, but went excellent in the end in this game so far. They've made some very good saves, and that has seen the scores deadlock still at 0-0. So we'll be looking to try and break that as the game progresses. And we've got a cheeky little counter-attack here that Pulisic can try and get on the end of. But I believe that is Juan Fran. Yeah, that is Juan Fran, actually. I remember now. He did transfer over in the transfer window. So a bit of a strange one. Like, he's probably a player, to be fair, that I didn't think Atletico Madrid would get rid of. He's probably one of the better wide defenders. And is that a goal? I thought that was offside. It hasn't updated on the scoreboard yet, but it is Yarmolenko scoring his second in 2 games, and he has put Dortmund up 1-0 in this derby, and finally the deadlock has been broken. Sommer very disappointed, but it was a nice little neat piece of interplay. Who was that? It was that Götze playing it through, and then a fairly good finish from Yarmolenko. I thought it was Timo Werner. Sommer will be disappointed there because he was in a pretty good position, but as we can see, 2 goals in the Bundesliga, and that is 2 goals in the last 2 games as well from Yarmolenko. So he is starting to do very well on that right-hand wing for us. But what I was saying about Juan Fran, probably one of the better right-backs in La Liga. Probably a little bit unlucky not to make the Spanish national team, to be fair. He's probably definitely up there, I'd say, in top 3 right-backs in La Liga behind, I'm just trying to think, I think Semedo is playing for Barcelona as their starting right back at the moment, a transfer player from January. And we got a pin! We've got a pin, boys, you ripper! Little bit of a push in the back there. Timo Werner strong right till the end, and then does get the push. We're going to give it to, oh my god, I was going to say, do not tell me. The pins in this team are atrocious. We've got the arrow, and we're just going to try and bury this top right. And that was definitely not top right. That was definitely not top right. What was that? That's a good save from Sommer, but a pretty poor penalty in all fairness to Kagawa. He really should have put that away. But I'm just trying to think. I think Carvajal, and who else is the right back? Because I think Carvajal has actually just been diagnosed with some kind of illness. So Juan Fran is definitely up there, so that's a big steal for Mönchengladbach to get him as their right back. Very, very good. And apparently, as you can see up there in the top left-hand corner, Shaqiri is on his way to Borussia, and Timo Werner is going to hit the post, but gets the clean-up, and he grabs his goal as well. I believe that is his second in 2 games as well. And now the floodgates are starting to open on this Mönchengladbach defence. They were so good in that first 20 minutes, just could not give us the ball. 3 goals in, as I said, this is game number 6. And I don't think, actually it can't be 2-2 because he didn't play the last game. I got Philip to start up top instead. So the last 2 games that he has played, 2 goals for him, and that does give us a little bit of comfort being up 2-0 with just about 20 minutes left to go in this game. That's a good handy ball though, just didn't quite have the finish required, and it is going to be a fairly easy save there for Berkey, who, apart from in that first 20 minutes, really in the second half hasn't had anything to do. He hasn't had any shots of substance coming his way. And as we can see up there in the top left-hand corner, as Pulisic tries to wrap that one around to the far post. We are taking on Liverpool in the Champions Cup in our next fixture. So I'm really looking forward to that. Another night in Europe. And it will be interesting. That's why I've gone with a few different names, I guess, in this side here. Obviously, Smeltzer's not playing in the left-back position, so he is someone who will possibly look at coming on. And Crescito as well, who used to play, I believe, in the Russian league. And And I'm just trying to think who else. Obviously, Philippe can come on. The midfield stocks will probably basically change. The only one that I'll probably look at staying would probably be Götze. But we do have Dahoud. We do have Suarez as some of those players who can come on in this game. Here goes Kremer. Has a hit and it has gone just wide. So Mönchengladbach have been unlucky in this game not to breach Berkey's goal, because they have had some very good opportunities, and we are now into the last 10 minutes. We'll be looking to try and keep this clean sheet if we can, just because, you know, clean sheets are good. And another one that has come off the bar. So that is the second time in this game that Mönchengladbach have hit the bar. As you can see, they've had 10 shots. They've had more shots than us. Not sure whether that's not on target. But I guess the only difference is we have taken those chances when they have come our way. And now we could be potentially looking at adding a third on the counter with sorry, that's Götze, has a very weak shot. It always confuses me with Götze and Kagawa, because they have you know, very similar player models, and Götze actually has fair here. You know, when you get a close up of him, he actually has light coloured hair, and they do get their goal towards the back end. It is Raphael, the number 11 for Mönchengladbach, which does, I guess, add a bit of respectability to the score. That's his second goal in the Bundesliga. No, it's, I was sure that was Raphael, but it might not be. But anyway, there is just 3 minutes of added time left. We're just going to knock this one around the back just to make sure that we don't go and draw this game, because we deserve to win it, to be fair. Apart from those first 20 minutes where we were a bit all over the place, we have come back well, won the Borussia... Is it the Borussia Derby? Can someone tell me what the name of this derby is? Would be really, really cool. But we do manage to pick up the win. We stay unbeaten in the Bundesliga as well. Just. This is probably the closest game that we have had to date so far. But anyway, guys, going to wrap things up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to give it a like. Smash that thumbs up button. If you are new, please do subscribe. And until next time, ka kite anō. See you soon.